In the 1970s, Kenneth Thomas and Ralph Kilman identified 5 different ways that people handle a conflict situation. We refer to these 5 ways as conflict management styles. Before we get into each conflict management style, there are a few general points. First, it is important to remember that one conflict management style is not better than the other. In fact, during the course of a day, you likely use some or all of these conflict management styles without even realizing it. And it is a good thing that you use the different conflict management styles depending upon the particular conflict you are experiencing. The most successful people in the world develop a skill set of choosing the appropriate conflict management style for any given situation. And it is, in fact, a skill set. Like personality preferences, such as you prefer to work alone rather than in a group, or you tend to be more of an extrovert than an introvert in your social dealings, with conflict management styles, you likely have certain preferences regarding the type of conflict management style you typically use. Understanding your preferences can go far in your ability to expand your repertoire of effective conflict management skills. Second, in every conflict, there are 2 considerations. First, the relationship between the people who are in the conflict, and second, the issue that is at stake. The importance of the relationship and the issue will vary in every conflict. Think of it this way. Conflict with your loved ones is probably going to be a lot more difficult to work through than if a stranger cuts in front of you in line. That's the relationship aspect of conflict. You have a relationship with your mother or father, you don't have a relationship with the guy who cuts in front of you in line. Now, think about an issue in conflict. If the guy who cuts in front of you in line is at the theater, he's rude. But the issue is probably not that significant to you, and you probably won't engage in that conflict, or at best, you'll make a comment, possibly under your breath, and that will be the end of it. If the guy who cuts in front of you in line is at the emergency room, and you are there with a sick family member, the issue of the conflict becomes very different. So when we talk about the different conflict management styles, always consider both the relationship and the issue. Remember, all the conflict management styles have merit. The difficulty arises when you do not use the most effective conflict management style for the circumstances you are presented with. But also keep in mind that what you think is an appropriate conflict management style for a particular situation may be vastly different than what your colleague thinks, and that's okay.